Welcome to myhousesellsfast.org. We've been fielding a lot of questions this week, and so we got one of the main topics we're going to be going over today is selling a fire damaged house here in Georgia. And what does that look like? What do the next steps look like? In 2022 alone, according to the National Fire Protection Association, a house fire occurs every 89 seconds. House fire is one of the worst things you could experience as a homeowner. It's an incredibly traumatic event and sadly very uncommon. So it's difficult. Once you have a substantial loss, should you rebuild it? Should you continue to live there? How bad is it? Is it structurally sound? Did you get a engineering report from the insurance company telling you it's okay to live in it or make sure it's okay to sell structurally? That's something you need to be mindful of, because if you sell it and it's not structurally sound, somebody gets hurt, eventually the chips could come back and fall back on you. So selling a house here in Georgia with fire damage is difficult. You'll probably have to find an investor, a cash deal. It won't be able to go any sort of government loan. More likely it'll have to go conventional or a cash deal. So you got to be careful on that. How much of it can you save? How much of it can you, do you have to tear up and replace? So really understanding those factors can help you sell a house here, fire damaged house here in Georgia, a lot easier. So let's just go over some of the topics though. Once you do have a fire damage on your property, you'll have a lot of soot, a lot of, just a lot of damages. And so you want to protect the property from any sort of weather element or any sort of vandalism. So you really want to make sure that you put a tarp on it, or, make sure to seal it in so that way nobody can come in and steal your stuff. Or at the end of the day, I don't think a lot of people realize the roof is the main component, and once that's compromised, all the other parts of the house will be affected. And so if water gets in the property, it could affect the floor joist. And so selling a house in Georgia with a fire damage is just not easy. I mean, if you got weathered, just the property sitting out in the weather, you could eventually wind up shooting yourself in the foot, because maybe an investor was going to come along, do some work to it, but because you did not take the necessary steps to protect the property, could lose a lot of money in the long run. So that's something to be mindful for. At the end of the day, I think you just need to get in touch with a professional to kind of help you walk through the next steps of, does it need to be repaired, replaced? Do I need a real estate agent to help sell it? Or should I be looking for a cash deal to try to, sell in a fire damaged house here in Georgia? Just not an easy thing to do. You got to know the extent of the damages. The insurance companies, if you do have insurance, they'll come out, do a discovery phase, a scope of a lost work report. Insurance will come, adjuster will come out, make the assessment, and get back with you and see if there's what type of replacement cost they can give you for, depending on your policy, they can give you for your house. So, do you hire a qualified fire damage restoration contractor to do the repairs and then fix it up and sell it, or to fix it up and live in it? You really want to know the next steps, and that's where it starts, with getting with a professional. So, repairing fire damage or the house is just extremely hard. And so, what's the extent of the damage? What caused the fire? How long would it take to get my home back to pre-fire conditions? That's a big one there. I don't think a lot of people realize the time, effort, and energy it takes for a restoration company to come in and do the work. So, what does my insurance company cover? That's another question you might have. Do I have an emotional attachment to my home? Generally, if you have both time and money, you can go ahead with repairing the fire damage to your home. Otherwise, you might be looking to sell it. And if you are, we'd love to take time to sit down with you, talk about your next steps, and then try to get you the best, highest offer we can for you. So fill out the form below for more information coming, and some more videos. So hope you guys have a great day.